Wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the Doretta D. Rose report. Hope it didn't get too close to the camera and scare anybody. Hey, the WWE Network began advertising for the SmackDown pre-show on their network. It's all like in-house stuff, but anyway, there's going to be a special Valentine's meet and greet in down in NXT, Largo, Florida. Got to get tickets for it, but anyway, it's going to be a live event down there. I guess with the WWE Divas. I wish I would live close. And for those wondering what the hell the deal was with WWE doing a little prank and that little skit with Betty White and the New Age Outlaws, well, on Raw, because her new TV show is about older people pranking younger people. If you've ever seen that, it's kind of a funny show. Jake Roberts, the master of the DDT, gave props to Cameron for DDT on Monday and says Randy Orton could learn from her. All right, while he said he would never wrestle again on his podcast, people close to Steve Austin said when he filmed WWE Tough Enough a few years ago, he got in the ring, kind of messed around, but banged himself up worse than he expected. And that incident sort of set off like a light bulb up above his head, and Austin said about how dangerous it would be for him to get back into the ring. So that's kind of where he was at on that. Both Jake Roberts and Ultimate Warrior have congratulated fellow Hall of Famer nominee for the 2014 on her induction, Lita. Here's what they had to say. Jake Roberts said, "There goes my plans for being the best looking Hall of Fame inductee. Congratulations, Lita. Great talent, well deserved." Warrior said, "Ain't nothing more powerful than being in a company of strong, smart, creative, independent women. Congrats, Amy DeBoss." At least they think that's what the Ultimate Warrior said, because a lot of times, if you ever seen his interviews and the way he talks, you have no idea what that sucker just said. And anyway, WWE announced during a new Triple H and Michael Cole interview last night on the tapings that the WWE's 2014 Hall of Fame ceremony will indeed be live in its entirety on the network. You know, they keep messing around and putting crap on there like that. They're going to end up making me go in debt, $9.99 a month, and get this thing, you know what? Oh, I hate that. Anyway, former WWE one-man gang, 54 years old today. Wow, you remember ages ago, WWE jobber Outback Jack? Anyway, he turns 56. Daniel Bryan, he appeared on NFL Total Access Network last night, and he discussed some of the beards in the NFL. Must have been a slow day for NFL Network. Dark segment after last night's WWE SmackDown taping in Ontario, Florida. Close. Not even close. California. Saw Kane come out, and he demanded an apology from Daniel Bryan for his actions on Raw. Well, and then Bryan came out and beat the crap out of Kane to end show. Kane, stay in the back with your tie. Both Steve Austin and Jim Ross recorded new podcasts last night. Monday night at the SmackDown taping. Austin recorded a new Steve Austin show, Unleashed, that will come out on Friday. And his thoughts of being backstage at Raw and a lot more. Ross, he recorded his first of two Ross Report podcasts, with one with Steve Austin that's going to debut on February 19th. Don't know what the other one is, unless it's two parts. And as noted before, WWE did a trial run for the SmackDown pre-show on the network last night in California. The panel was made up of Renee Young, Booker T, Tensai, Alex Riley. He's still there. All right, TNA. Let's change channel for a second. TNA announced the following. MVP promises change on his arrival to TNA Wrestling. Anyway, he said he's certainly delivered on it. On Monday, MVP tweeted out that in-ring debut of the Wolves, Davey Richard and Eddie Edwards, will take place this Thursday night on Impact on Spike TV. Of course, 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Depends where you're at. But MVP didn't stop there. On Tuesday, he announced via Impact 365 that the charismatic Enigma Jeff Hardy will make his return to Lockdown, Miami, Florida, appearing at a fan interaction and the annual Lockdown pay-per-view event, both. or all three. And a fan on Twitter asked Goldberg if he would consider return, match to close out, maybe his Hall of Fame career. Goldberg replied, "I would consider it." So he's probably still keeping in good shape for no apparent reason, unless he shows up on Speed Channel every once in a while. Monday's Raw did a 3.14 cable rating, about the same as last week. It did a 3.15 rating. As noted, this week's show averaged about 4.3 million viewers. That's up from 4.2 million average of last week. And that's good. The reason I bring that up is because they had the Olympics on the other channel that Raw went up against, and they went up in viewership. It appears WWE is going to be dropping Antonio name from Antonio Cesaro, or Cesaro, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, his entire profile on the WWE roster page has been edited to reflect the name change, and his Twitter name has been changed to just Cesaro. Monday marked 11 years since Hall of Famer Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig passed away. Well, anyways, his son, Curtis Axel, tweeted the following. February 10th, he says, "This day sucks. It's been 11 years and you're missed more than ever. Love and miss you, Dad." And he says, "It's all good. I've spit in the face of tragedy. I've overcome, I've overcome, and look at me now." It says, hashtag he thrives through me. Thanks to everyone for their comments today, and thanks for the slap in the face by some. Man. All right, the attendance for last night's Raw at the Staples Centers was 17,491. That's a legitimate sellout. I don't know how many, if they gave any tickets away, though. And as noted before, old John Cena, he's granted his 400th wish on Make-A-Wish Foundation, and the most for any celebrity. Cena's 400th wish actually comes before last night's Raw in Los Angeles, when he met 9-year-old Mark and his family. WWE issued the following today. Things we've been waiting on. Jingle All the Way Part 2 is going to be made. The Marine Part 4 is starting production from WWE Studios and 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. Yep, The Miz is going to be in 1, and I can't remember who's going to be in Jingle All the Way 2, but we're waiting. It's just wonderful, isn't it? They found something to run with. Marine 4. I don't know about Jingle All the Way. I can't remember too much about that. Was that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it? Anyway, I know I wasn't. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.